Okay, so I look like crap. I don't even care. It's too hot outside to care about how I look. Too hot and humid. And I got a little baby on me. I got a little baby bubbas. Yeah, I got a little moon. Yeah, my little black babies. Yeah. So, um, yesterday we took the three girls in. I just really wanted to give them like the best shot possible to have a good home. Not that they didn't have one here, but with 5 kittens and Boo, it's a lot. It's just too much. We don't have the house space for that many cats. Not to mention, it's very, very financially draining fast. 6 kittens eat a lot of food, and plus Boo Bear. And it's constant litter box scooping, constant feeding, constant watering. Whereas the second we took the three girls in, I mean, the litter box scooping died down immediately. The food bowl stayed full a lot longer. The water dishes didn't need to be changed out twice a day. I can do it once a day now. So, because they have 2 giant water dishes, and I was having to trade those out twice a day. And now I only have to do it once a day. There's not near the messes, there's not near the chaos. The only thing is like, for me, I don't normally typically mind the chaos. You know what I mean? I mean, it could get a little bit much for me. The day I brought Moon home from the vet, Rainbow knocked all my makeup, my drugstore makeup, into the litter box. It was on a shelf, and she got on top of the shelf and knocked it all into the litter box. I had to throw it all away. So, yeah, that was a really bad day, because getting him back from the vet was a lot. And then to have her knock all my stuff into the litter box, I was not happy. But shit happens. It's part of life. It's all replaceable. I'm not freaking out about it. But hi, baby boo-boos. It was a really hard day for me yesterday. I really went back and forth about keeping Sunshine. I really wanted to keep one of the girls. Yes, Boo Bear. I know. Boo has found her voice, and she likes to use it now. She likes to communicate with me all the time. Don't you, baby? Hey, boo-boos. Come here, babies. What's wrong? What? What? Yeah? Yeah? So he looks just like his mom, and we kept another boy, Cloud. He looks just like... There was 2 boys out of the litter. We took all 3 girls in. A big part of that decision making was also... I don't... we've been getting the runaround about getting them spayed and neutered. And they were in a program called Kitten Crusaders to get them all spayed and neutered. And I signed them up for that when they were 6 weeks old. And they are 4 months old, and I'm still waiting on that. So I'm really upset. We're taking the boys to get... see, I was trying to get them spayed and neutered and adopted out by 8 weeks. I was trying to prevent being super hyper attached, and maybe only keep one. But, hey, baby. Yeah. But, I mean, it's too late for that now. And I'm attached to Moon and Sun. Moonshine and Sunshine. And, Sunshine's my baby, too. And, I mean, I cried all day. I mean, I woke up with my eyes swollen. I mean, it was bad. I'm still on the fence. I'm still about halfway to go back and get her. Like, I mean, I'm upset. So, I'm sure they would. I mean, they're overran anyways. Be like, just give me my damn cat back. I can't take it. But I don't know. I haven't decided yet, you know. I will say this: the house feels empty, even with 3 cats still. You know, we have 2 kittens and Boo. The house feels empty. When you have 6 cats running around all the time, and it's crazy little kitten chaos, you know, you just eventually get used to all the crazy. You know, you get used to the chaos of everything. And you see yourself? Is that you? Who is that handsome guy? Is that Moon? Is it my handsome Moon? Yeah. Which, by the way, he's feeling much better. He's not 100%, and it seems like the fever changed him. Or maybe just the experience of being at the vet for 2 days. He's come back. He's a different cat. But, you know, we'll give him some more time. But, I mean, his energy's levels back up. His fever's gone. He's eating and doing everything normal again. So, whatever it was, he's feeling better. They declared it a fever of unknown origin. So, basically a cat cold. So, yeah, he just had a little kitty cold. Yeah, he didn't feel very good. No, he didn't. Oh, baby. So, I love my little baby. He's like, no kisses. But, yeah, he's trying to chase my phone charger right now. So, I mean, you know, whereas a week ago he just wanted to lay there. He didn't really want to do much. So he's feeling a lot better. So I'm glad about that. And don't get me wrong, the Humane Societies were normally very nice to me and the cats and everything. I just had a very negative experience during a very, very negative time. You know, and it's like, I don't know, maybe not be so obtuse, learn to read the room. So, I mean, or as British people would say, how thick can you get? So, that's just being thick-headed, is what they would call it. Because, I mean, it's not a decision I made lightly, you know, but I had to do what was best for them, you know, and, you know, really it had been dragged on way too long. And, you know, for sure they'll get spayed now, you know, they'll get spayed and vaccinated, and which is what I want, which he's already vaccinated. We're just waiting to neuter him. And then we got to get Cloud neutered and vaccinated. And then we got to take Boo in. So we're taking the boys in Friday to get neutered and get Cloud vaccinated. And then I'm going to make an appointment. I'm going to take Boo and Tiger in to get spayed and neutered. And they're the mom and dad of the kittens. And, you know, they were asking, is that the same litter? As soon as they see the mom and dad, they'll understand. So, yeah. And we do have a cat colony out there. So Boo and Tiger, they're like lovebirds. Boo can't be with anybody but Tiger. She loves Tiger. That's the only other cat besides her kittens she likes. Every other cat except for the kittens and Boo and Tiger, she's aggressive towards. She hates. She wants nothing to do with. Which is fine by me because it'll prevent her from getting, you know, diseases and things like that. But yeah, we're going to take Boo and Tiger in, get Tiger vaccinated all the way, get him neutered, get all his stuff straight, get Boo all situated. So, let me see. I don't know if it'll let me switch this around. Hold on. Oh, cool. I can pause video, but why can't I flip it around? Alright, so excuse the mess, you know, but if you can see Boo Bear there, yeah, it's hard to see. There she is. So that's Boo Bear. That's the black goddess. So she's been in other videos before, and I documented her literally giving birth. You know, there's a very graphic video of her shoving a baby out of her hoo-ha. That would be Cloud. Yeah, so I have and I documented every week of their development up to 8 weeks. And then, just random videos here and there since then. Because honestly, I didn't think I was going to be keeping them longer than 8 to 10 weeks, And having them for 4 months was really... And see, it only made it harder. It made it harder for the kittens because they're super attached. Made it harder for me because I'm super attached. And, I mean, it's not reasonable to ask me to keep 5 kittens. It's just not. I mean, I would love to. I mean, it broke my heart. Like, I mean, my heart's completely shattered. So, but I mean, it's just not realistic or reasonable to ask us to take that on. Because, I mean, the food cost and the litter cost alone, we were spending like $30, $35 a week, just for food and litter, and it really cut into us being able to buy them treats or get more toys. We have toys and stuff, but, and see, for the first 6 weeks, they started eating around 5-6 weeks, but they're primarily breastfed, especially up into 8 weeks. They were flirting with food for the first couple weeks. So, when they started eating, so, I mean, around 5-6 weeks, they were definitely flirting with food for a week or two before they really started eating. And then after about 8-9 weeks, I mean, that was their primary diet for sure. But, before that, the litter was they started using litter box about 5 weeks. But before that, it was just the first month to 2 months, it was the litter, and the food cost was just Boo. It wasn't Boo and 5 kittens, because Boo was breastfeeding them. And so, we were able to buy catnip and get her scratchers and toys and stuff like that. And, we bought the cat tree right before she gave birth. And Boo wasn't very interested in the cat tree. And I was just like, she's pregnant, she probably can't climb it very well. So, and he was just like, we got this cat tree for nothing. I was just, wait till these kittens are, 6-7 weeks old. They'll be scaling it quicker than you want. Oh, we need more food, do we, Boo? Is that what you're crying about? Oh my goodness. There's plenty of food in there, but how it dare it not be full? I'm so awful. So, I know, I only have food bowl. I'm a bad mommy. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, Bubba's. You want your mama? And see, Moon's a big mommy. They all are big mommy babies. They love their mommy. Even though Cloud is pretty much fully weaned. So yeah, we got this cat tree right before she gave birth. Alright? This was in perfect condition, right? So you can see where they've taken a chunk of carpet out here. This is shredded. This is all the last 2.5 months. Ow. Boo. These poles are all covered in carpet, right? They have taken the carpet off. This is like 4.5 months old. The kittens are 4 months old. This is like 4.5 months old. That's how bad 5 kittens have destroyed this. And he was like complaining, like, oh, it's not getting used. I was like, you wait. And it's just like, now this thing, we had to buy a new cat tree eventually. So, Boo's going all crazy on it. Yeah. And see, she's since started playing on it after she had the kittens and started feeling better. Yeah. And of course, there's like little toys all over the cat tree that they love to play with. Isn't that my babies? Yes. Yeah. Is that my boobers? Yes. My boo-boos. You beautiful girl. And we keep a heating pad down here. They love to sleep on that. Turn the heating pad on. But yeah, she was talking about the black kitten because we had the black kitten and the two other girls are tabby stripe. She's like, is that the same litter? Yeah, that's the mom and that's her brother. And this is her other brother, Cloud. So if you've, I'll have to get a shot of Tiger. I don't know, I could probably walk out there right now. I'll probably be there. But, yeah, so, I mean, I don't know, it was just really kind of thick, and, you know, given the situation, Tiger, there he is, didn't take long. Hey, Bubba, come here, Bubba, Bubby, Tiger, and there's Tiger, there's the daddy, so, yeah. Isn't that right? Exactly. So I'm going to take Boo and Tiger in at the same time because they're lovebird kitties. Yeah. They could never be without, can you? You love your Booba. Booba loves you, don't you, Tiger? And Tiger's a friendly cat. He's a good cat. I don't know. We might bring him in once he's spayed or once he's neutered and vaccinated. I might bring him in. Yeah, there's your dad. Yeah. So yeah, there's the mom, there's the dad, as you can see. So, yeah, there's your daddy. No, 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 you can't go outside, Bubba. You're not outside cat, you're inside cat. Oh no. So I'm gonna take them in to get spayed and neutered, and once he's vaccinated and stuff, I might bring him in. But because he's a good cat. He's very friendly, very sweet. And over last winter, we kept him inside during the nighttime so he wouldn't freeze to death. I would let the outdoor cats sleep in a certain area so when it got really cold at night, so they wouldn't freeze. But yeah, I mean, I'm going back to manufacturing, so, yeah, I have had a lot of banks and office collections jobs, all that stuff come at me. Nothing's just feeling right. Nothing's feeling like a fit. I am honestly completely and totally terrified about office drama. I can't do it again. I really can't. I can't handle the crazy. I can't handle the crazy people. I can't handle the snobs. I can't handle I'm sorry, but it's a lot of white people. It's not always, but there's a lot of white people, and snobby white people are just the worst. And I just can't do it. I mean, I'm sorry, but that just is what it is. And snobby white people are just, it's hard to stomach them. It really is. And I don't know how they think they're coming off. But I don't know if they're aware that they come off really snobby. And like, yeah, I mean, it's just like, I don't know. I'm getting really tired of people not reading the room when it comes to me. I'm getting really sick and tired of people being obtuse, you know, because like yesterday it was hard enough. And like yesterday is an example. Yesterday was really hard, but I had to do what was right, you know, and it was what was best for them. It was right for them, you know. And, you know, and I made sure it's all no kill, and you know they're gonna get all they have full access to medical care, full access to every resource possible to get adopted out and fast. And you know, I mean, I would never in a million years, you know, go through all that just so they could go to a kill shelter and, you know, not make it out. That's crazy. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just getting really tired of people being obtuse and not reading the room with me. Because, you know, yesterday was really bad. It was really hard for me to do that. I mean, I literally came home and cried all day. I did not stop crying hardly at all. I mean, my eyes were like literally swollen shut this morning when I woke up. I mean, yeah, I mean, he didn't even talk to me hardly at all. He didn't even bother. And normally he's like bothered if we're not talking. But I mean, he didn't even cross that line with me because I mean, I was crying so much. He knew, like, I mean, he knew. Even he wasn't dumb enough to be like, yeah, let's test things. You know, he knew, like, I was too upset to be messed with. And that's just it. It's just like, I feel like, you know, I'll be going through these crazy things, like these very deeply emotional, hard things, and people just aren't reading the room and they say and do stupid stuff. And it's just like, I don't have time for you to be this thick-headed. So, I really just don't. I really don't, you know, because it's just like, I'm more than happy to make time for these cats to give them the best life possible as much as I can afford. And I'm more than happy to do that. And, you know, feed the outdoor cats and care for them to some degree. And I'm more than happy to do that. And since then, we've collected a rooster and a dog. The neighbor's dog comes over all the time for pets and water, and she tries to steal the cat's food. And then a rooster, one of the neighbor's roosters, comes over all the time to eat cat food, which is probably not great for it, but I mean, I can't stop it. I'm not fighting a damn rooster. If you've ever been chased by a rooster, you know better. So, yeah, so now we have like a part-time pet rooster. I'm thinking about getting some chicken feed for it. But, yeah, I mean, you know, we feed the outdoor cats. One of them is pregnant again. I'm getting ready to take her to the Humane Society. And because her first litter of kittens, she ate the kittens. The second litter, her kittens ended up at the Humane Society anyways, and she's pregnant again. And she's popping, so she's gonna be having them soon. It's a little late to cut them out. So I was thinking, have her have the babies at the Humane Society, and then they can care for her while she's caring for the babies, get her back up to speed health-wise, and then she can be spayed and vaccinated and adopted, because she's so sweet. She's the sweetest cat, and she's been through so much, and I really want her to have a good life. But, you know, right now I need to focus on getting these kittens neutered, getting Boo and Tiger spayed and neutered, vaccinated, and then I'm gonna work on the new pregnant mommy, and then I'm done. I mean, I'm not, but for a minute I'm gonna take a break, because it's a lot. It's just a whole lot to deal with. But yeah, I'm just getting really sick of people not reading the room with me, you know, or they're reading the room and they just completely lack respect for how I'm feeling, which is really, really beyond rude. It's just, yeah. Especially, you know, where I've spent the last 4 months feeding and carrying the shit out of these kittens and getting the constant runaround from them. to get them taken care of. And then they're gonna pull a bunch of stunts on me. I'm really upset with how they handled that one girl. I'm really upset about how they did that. That was not okay. It was not funny. Because we've spent a lot of money on these cats. A lot. Just food and litter costs alone, probably every bit of $1,000. Every bit of it. And it's not funny. It's just not. It's really not funny. And the amount, the sleepless nights, I spent a whole week with Boo right before and after she had the kittens. I spent a whole week not sleeping very much, helping her with the kittens, helping her give birth, freaking out about her health, making sure she's okay after she gave birth. And, literally cleaning up. She was bleeding, spotting blood for a day or two after, which is normal. She gave birth to 5 kittens. She's going to spot blood a little bit. But she had little blood spots, sometimes when she got up to walk. And I was literally going behind her with the Clorox wipe, wiping up blood spots, walking behind my cat, She, right after her first poop after she gave birth, it took her about a day or two. But she had the squirts all over the floor. She hunched up on the side of the litter box and squirted all over the floor instead of the litter box. That's the only time she's ever done that, and I can't blame her because she just gave birth, it was liquid diarrhea everywhere. And I just got up and cleaned it. It was 3 o'clock in the morning, and I just turned the light on and started cleaning, started scrubbing the floor. And I didn't yell at her, I didn't get mad at her. I just petted her and loved on her and put her back in bed. Cleaned her up a little bit and put her back in bed. And, I've been through hell with Boo and these kittens to make sure they're okay. And, it was just such a horrible, awful insult. It was definitely, insult to injury. And it's just I did not make that decision lightly. I did not come across that just because I felt like it, it really is getting to a place where, it's becoming too overwhelming, and it's becoming overwhelming for the kittens. They're cramped. They're wanting more freedom. They definitely need medical care. Because they need vaccinations, they need spayed, they need other things. And, we've been handling all of it. And it's just and footing the bill and all the rest. And it's just I signed them up for this program. They weren't even 6 weeks old yet. They were 5 weeks and some change. And, I got them in there fast. And I was just you need to, and the program and the vet they hooked me up with, it was 3 months to get them spayed and neutered. I was just what the fuck? This is, even for kitten season, this seems a little bit ridiculous. And then the Humane Society decided they wanted to take over. So I was just okay, fine. And they wanted to take over because we had to take Moon in, and they decided to keep him for medical care. And they were just well, we had to take him over if we're going to do medical care. I was fine, do it. And they're do you want us to take over the rest? I was fine, do it. I don't care. Do it. And, yeah, I've been getting the runaround from everybody for months. It's been almost 3 months now. And they should have been spayed and neutered 2.5 months ago. And, already adopted out. And that's a big reason why I was trying to get them spayed and neutered and out so fast, because they were still cute. I mean, they're still adorable now. They're still absolutely cute, and they're still kitten. They're not full grown cat size, far from it, but they're big, you know, and they're in that crazy kitten stage where like they have the zoomies really bad. I mean, they sleep and they're really well behaved and they like to cuddle and everything, but they have the zoomies real bad. And I was trying to get them into a place where they could be adopted, and because they were still in that fuzzy cute kitten stage, you know, and they were still little and fat and from breast milk, and they were just little fat fuzzy babies, and because people want to adopt that's much more likely to be adopted. And I don't know what everybody was thinking, because it's just like, we do not have the income or the time, or, you know, we've really been patient with all of it, you know, and we just do not have the resources to take care of this many kittens for this long, you know, this many cats. Because, I mean, 4-month-old kittens, 5 of them, eat a lot of food. A lot of food. And we've been paying for it all. I mean, we burn through a 20-pound bag of cat food. Sometimes I burn through it in 5 days. 5-6 days. And that's not cheap. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just really not happy how the whole situation entirely has been handled. I mean, I'm pretty upset about it. Yeah. Hi, Bubba. What's wrong, Bubbies? Come here, Bubba. Come here, Bubby. Oh. You have to clean your toes. Okay. But yeah, I'm going back to manufacturing. I don't know. Office work just isn't feeling right to me. It just isn't, you know. I would rather just do 12-hour shifts with a machine. It just, I am not in the headspace or the patience level to deal with a bunch of stupid office people and office politics and all the rest of it. Not that there isn't that kind of thing in a manufacturing plant, but usually they're too loud for anybody to talk too much and too much to go on. It's usually the case. So, I mean, I'd rather just stay to myself and worry about my work and go from there. Hi, baby. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to just go back to manufacturing. Nothing's just feeling right with the office work. It's all coming off really white, really snobby, really, really thick-headed, you know, not reading a room. Because the thing is like, for as much as they're interviewing me, I mean, sure, but it's just like, you know, I've been at what I'm applying for, I've been at for so long, you know, I mean, it's just like, whatever. But I'm interviewing them. You know, they need to prove to me why I need to give a fuck. Because, I mean, my collections, history, and work, that's all. The proof's in the pudding. You know, and I am really like $1 million asset a year for a company or a law office with my collections work. That's fact. And you know, for me, it's just like, you know, that's a fact, and AT&T or anybody else, a place can't deny that. So it really, I mean, I'm the one that has, you know, thing after thing after thing after thing of things people done to me at work, specifically office jobs, while I'm busting my ass. Because you're busting your ass if you're producing that level of work. You're working. You know, you're not fucking around. And, you know, I'm busting my ass, working my ass off, and this is all I get time after time after time. And it's just like, you know, this interview isn't really about me. This interview is about you. And I need you to prove to me why I need to give a fuck about your company, or why I need to give a shit, because I don't. And each company that comes at me, I mean, it's not impressive. Nothing about them's impressive. You know, it's all the same shit. And it's just like, yeah, we get coffee mugs, and, you know, I don't care. I have coffee mugs. You know, a free coffee mug doesn't mean shit to me. No, what are you gonna do to make me feel like I want to stay there? Because, you know, what is your work culture like for real? And I don't mean a fucking free coffee mug. I mean a fucking, are you gonna fucking harass me endlessly? Because, I mean, I just still get bad negative pings in my spine about everybody I've been talking to. And I'm just not having it. Because it's just like, listen, I'm the asset, not you. So, you know, it's just like, I'd rather just to work manufacturing. You know, the level of harassment I've endured. And thank God I was smart enough to have a backup career in manufacturing, you know, and logistics and all that. But, yeah, I mean, I just can't do the murder clowns and talking about my race and, you know, 20-year-old girls harassing me with rap songs, and, you know, people using my DVO against me. I mean, you know, middle-aged women, they'd never been married, never had kids, clearly playing some kind of single white female on me at the office. And I mean, it's just, and then they played victim. It was psychotic. It's always psychotic. And it's just like, listen, and they're doing it while I'm working my ass off at work. And, like, I mean, I am busting my ass. I don't think people really fully realize, like, churning out, like, 30 plus cases to litigate on a week, my end of the lawsuit, doing that level of work, 30 cases plus a week, is a lot of work. I mean, I'm busting my ass. And, you know, I just don't have time for the nonsense. I don't have time for the crazy. Busting my ass or not. And it's just like, you know, two can play that game, and sweetie, I can show you crazy. I can be crazy. Real crazy. I have no problems with that. So, yeah, and that's just the thing. It's just like, you know, you want to go up there, get crazy, we can get crazy. And I promise you, I will beat you with experience. So, I mean, I come from a crazy-ass Kentucky family. I'm crazy when you take me a certain place. You know, I mean, I'm not, but I mean, it's just like, if you cross certain lines, I'm crazy. I mean, I'm not physical or anything, but I'm not crazy, but, you know, I can be, you know, crazy. And that's just it. Is like, I'm trying to avoid that. I'm trying to have less of that in my life. I am older. I am not 30. You know, I don't have the patience or the tolerance for that anymore. I am going on 43. And, yeah, I mean, I'm just a lot tireder, a lot more over it. Um, I have way, I'm okay with crying about kittens that I had to give up for adoption, that's a normal thing to cry about. That's a normal thing to be upset about in life, I am not